Hey, do you work from home? Or maybe you want to try remote work, but you're not sure what it's really like.
Yeah, like you think it's easy, right? No boss, no office, just you, your laptop, and coffee.
But then your internet stops working, your dog starts barking, and you're still in pajamas at 2 p.m.
Oh yeah, classic remote work life.
So today, in this podcast, we talk about real remote work, the good things, the bad things, and some funny moments.
And we help you feel more confident using this phrase, remote work, in real life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Context English podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Jack.
And I'm Emily.
Today's topic is remote work, working from home, your home office, your daily work routine.
Yeah, we talk about real life, not perfect life, how remote work feels and how people really speak about it.
First, we give you a situation, something you know.
Then a real story with problems and small mistakes.
After that, useful phrases, simple, practical.
And a short dialogue so you can hear everything together.
And of course, a simple takeaway at the end.
So let's imagine this. It's morning, maybe 8:30. You wake up, no alarm stress, no bus, no traffic. Nice, right?
Yeah, you just open your laptop, still in your kitchen, maybe with coffee.
You check your messages, your online job starts. Maybe your team is in another country, so everything is online.
And your home office, it's not really an office. It's your table or your bed sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you work from bed and you say, today I'm productive, but not always true.
Right, because then YouTube opens or Instagram, and your daily work routine is gone.
Or someone at home talks to you, your partner, your kids, even your pet.
My dog always wants attention when I have a meeting, always.
Exactly. So remote work sounds easy, but real life is a bit messy.
Also, communication is different. You don't see people face to face, only messages or video calls.
And sometimes you don't understand everything. The English, the tone, the feeling.
Yeah, especially if you learn work from home English, you need simple, real phrases.
Because you don't want to sound like a robot. You want to sound natural.
And that's what we do here.
We help you understand and use real English for remote work, step by step.
So, remote work sounds comfortable, but also a little chaotic, right?
Yeah, sometimes easy, sometimes stressful, sometimes funny.
But what happens when you really try to communicate in English in your online job?
Maybe not everything goes as planned.
Exactly. So let's look at a real story.
A story about remote work with a small problem and a very real situation. So, yeah, something like this actually happened to me last year when I started a new remote work job. I was very excited, but also, a bit nervous.
New team?
Yeah, completely new. People from different countries, different accents, different styles.
That's already a challenge.
Exactly. So, first week, everything is okay. I follow my daily work routine, check messages, do my tasks. Simple.
Sounds good so far.
Yeah, but then we had our first big online meeting.
Oh, I feel something coming.
Yeah, not a disaster, but a little chaotic.
Tell me.
So, the meeting starts. Everyone is on camera. People say hello. Hi, Emily. Nice to meet you. Very friendly.
Good start?
Then my manager asks me a question about a small project.
Easy question?
Yes and no. I understand the topic, but the English was a bit fast.
Yeah, that happens.
So I try to answer. I say, yes, I do this task, and I finished yesterday, and everything is good.
Not perfect, but clear.
Yeah, but I felt not confident. I wanted to sound more professional.
Of course.
Then my manager asks another question, and I don't understand one word.
What do you do?
I panic a little. I just say, yes, I agree.
Classic move.
Yes, but problem, it was not a yes question.
Oh no.
Yeah, so everyone is quiet for a moment, and I think, something is wrong.
Awkward silence.
Then my colleague says, very kindly, Emily, maybe you mean something else?
That's nice.
Yeah, very nice. And then I say, sorry, can you repeat?
Good recovery.
This time I listen more carefully, slower in my head, and I understand.
And your answer?
Much better. I say, oh, I see. No, I think we need more time for this task.
That sounds clear.
Yeah, simple, but clear. And after that, I feel more relaxed.
So the problem was not your work, but communication.
Exactly. My English was not perfect, but it was enough. I just needed simple phrases and confidence.
And maybe not to say yes to everything.
Yes, very important lesson.
Step 1 of remote work, understand the question first.
Exactly. And also, don't be afraid to ask again.
Because in remote work, communication is everything.
Yes, no office, no face-to-face, only your voice, your words.
So simple English is powerful.
Very powerful. And after that meeting, I started to use small phrases like, can you repeat? Or let me check.
And it helped?
A lot. I felt calmer, more in control.
Nice. So not perfect English, but real English.
Exactly. That's how remote work really looks like. Okay, let's look at some useful phrases, simple phrases, for remote work.
Yeah, phrases you can really use in your online job.
Phrase 1. Can you repeat that? Again, can you repeat that?
Very important, very simple.
You use it when you don't understand. Maybe the person speaks fast or the connection is bad.
Like, sorry, can you repeat that? My internet is not very good.
Yes, totally normal in remote work.
Phrase 2. Let me check. Again, let me check.
You use it when you need time to think or to look at something.
Like, let me check. I think I finished this task yesterday.
It gives you a moment, no stress. Phrase 3. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure.
And that's okay to say.
Yeah, you don't need perfect answers. You can say, I'm not sure. I need more time.
I'm not sure about this part. Can we discuss it later? Phrase 4. Our focus phrase. Remote work. Again, remote work.
You use it to talk about your job style.
I do remote work, so I stay at home.
Remote work is flexible, but sometimes a bit lonely.
Simple, but very useful phrase.
And phrase 5. Can you help me with this? Again, can you help me with this?
Very human phrase.
Yeah, when you have a problem, don't stay alone.
Hey, can you help me with this file? I don't understand.
It makes communication easier and more friendly.
So these 5 phrases are your tools.
Simple tools, but very powerful for your daily work routine. Okay, now let's hear a real conversation with these phrases.
Listen carefully. This is how people really speak.
Hey, Jack, can you help me with this report?
Yeah, sure. What's the problem?
I'm not sure about this number. It looks strange.
Let me check. Yeah, I see it. I think it's wrong.
Oh, okay, good. Can you repeat what you said about the last part?
Yeah, I said we need to change the final section.
Ah, okay. Let me check that again.
No problem.
Remote work is nice, but sometimes I feel a bit lost.
Yeah, same here. Remote work is flexible, but Communication can be hard.
Exactly. That's why I ask more questions now.
Good idea. It helps a lot.
Yeah, no more, yes, yes, I agree when I don't understand.
Very good strategy.
Now, let's repeat some key lines.
Listen and repeat.
Can you repeat that?
Let me check.
I'm not sure.
Can you help me with this?
Remote work is flexible.
So, today we talked about remote work. Real remote work. Not perfect, not always easy, but very real.
Yeah, with good moments and some funny problems too.
Like saying yes when you don't understand.
Please, don't do that.
Better say, can you repeat that? Or, I'm not sure.
Exactly. Simple phrases make a big difference.
And remember, your English doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be clear.
And honest.
So next time you have an online meeting or you work from home, try to use one small phrase.
Step by step, you feel more comfortable.
And more confident in your remote work.
Thanks for listening to the Context English podcast.
Yeah, we're really happy you're here with us.
Quick question for you. Do you like remote work or do you prefer the office?
Think about it and maybe say your answer out loud.
Practice a little every day.
And try to use today's phrase, remote work, in your own sentence.
See you in the next episode.
Bye and take care.